And 4 more prefectures in Japan will come under stricter COVID-19 measures from Tuesday as the country battles a 4th wave of infections. At the same time, Japan's Prime Minister is in Washington to meet President Joe Biden. For a closer look, we're joined by Professor Ken Jimbo from Keio University. Professor, why is Mr. Biden prioritizing Japan for his first in-person meeting?
Well, it's been 3 months since the inauguration of the President Biden, and actually the Prime Minister Suga has been the first foreign leader to meet in person, and it is Suga's first trip to the United States since became the Prime Minister. So it will certainly become the important indicator for alliance relationship with Japan and also beyond. And also it's a great kind of indication for Biden's policy indicators for the Indo-Pacific. And Japan comes as a frontline states, especially in dealing with China. And as a Biden administration adopted the tighter strategic competition policy towards China, and Japan has become one of the closest allies to coordinate its own policy towards China.
You've said the word China 3 times in that answer. Is that an indication of how much this meeting really is about the world's second biggest economy?
And I would expect that the China would dominate as the agenda discussion for this summit. But I think the agenda will have variations in terms of the pursuing of defense cooperation in dealing with deterrence and response capability to China's military rise. But at the same time, it will also touch upon the geo-economic areas, especially the Biden administration is now reviewing its supply chain management and to avoid the over-reliance to Chinese product over the critical goods like rare earth materials, semiconductors, and also the battery systems and so on. So that I think that might be an opportunity, how much that the Biden administration can coordinate with like-minded states like Japan on the economic area, where Japan may have its own kind of interest of the supply chain in Asia and the huge economic interest in China. So I think that this summit might have an indicator, including Singapore and also other Asian states, how much those kind of pressure will be provided from the Washington over the policy of the economic management.
Well, we know that Washington wants a strong, united front against China, but is Japan likely to oblige?
Well, I think Japan and the United States have been coordinating its policy towards China on the geopolitical area, defense cooperation and security cooperation over the past few decades. So it is kind of natural process that we could upgrade the defense cooperation between the two sides. But I think geo-economic area is something that we need a closer coordination over it, because in past several years, Japan and China have kind of resuming a good relationship, especially on the trade and investment relationship. So how much we can really diversify, especially on the supply chain, investment, trade restriction policy that the Biden administration is now pursuing, can be the interest of the Japanese business community. And that can be the point of convergence between United States and Japan. And policy coordination will be a very important indicator how the geoeconomics will play a role under the Biden administration.
Yeah, tell us a bit more about the Japan-U.S. relationship under the Biden administration then. Besides China, what else would be on the agenda?
Well, I think that remaining agenda might include the human rights issue, how to deal, again, that is both China on the Xinjiang, Uyghur, Hong Kong issue in the part of democracy, but also specific issue might involve the situation in Myanmar and also Russia. So that those are the global agenda that Biden wish to coordinate with Tokyo. And also the global agenda might include the climate change issue. Suga administration has been keen to address the 2050 carbon neutral target. And that might probably increase the agenda for the U.S.-Japan cooperation on the global agenda. But coming back again on the human rights, that also become the point of divergence between the two sides, where Biden administration has been quite tough on those ideological agendas. But at the same time, probably Tokyo may try to take a more nuanced approaches on the issues that are involved, so that those are the benchmark how those policy coordination could play out in the incoming summit.
Professor Ken Jimbo from Keio University, thank you.